All right. Hey guys, welcome back to howtobuycrypto.com. My name is Marco and I'm going to get into it. We are using some other software. I don't have the audio going for the intro music or anything like that, but hopefully you guys will be able to just follow along. I've got so much to get into. I told you guys I was dealing with some software issues. It's really frustrating. This is about the 12th or 13th time I've tried to redo this. So I'm not going to be able to get to all the questions that I was wanting to, but on the positive side, we are at all-time highs with Bitcoin. Congratulations. Let me get there with the transition here for you, and let's look at a couple things. If you haven't subscribed, you can join the Facebook group or the YouTube channel. Either way, we can get in touch with you, and you guys can chat back and forth, ask questions. Again, I'm not going to be able to get to talk to everything, but I'm happy to try and share with you guys a little bit. Jason, I'm glad you got some help here on the GDAX questions you had. Daniel, we'll have to get into it. Before I do that, I do want to mention that we did that giveaway. Where was it? Here we go, $100 giveaway for free Bitcoin. We're going to be doing that again, guys. It's holiday season. Bitcoin hit over $10,000. I was planning on maybe giving $100 away then. And it's just I've made over $100,000 in the crypto space. I was thinking about giving away $100 in, so it's due. We're gonna give another $100 worth of Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Ethereum. Your choice. I'm just gonna say Bitcoin because it's easier to say that than all those. But anyhow, let's get to the question here. Getting started in crypto market, I was wondering if you could share a little bit on internet security. Do you trade strictly at home, or if you're traveling, do you trade any crypto? Okay, good question. Daniel, I'm happy to share here a little bit. Hopefully, you guys are still seeing my screen and this is all working. I'm again using my OBS software instead of my my normal XSplit that I've come partial to. It is just giving me trouble today. So here's the deal. I have traded on the road. I have traded away from home, outside of home, like in my hometown when I wasn't at home. For those of you that use Coinbase, you know that you can use that from your phone, no trouble. You can sign up from anywhere you got cell phone signal, for data and buy and sell Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum, no problems. Okay, so that covered that exchange, no problem. Now, I do know people that use their cell phone to trade, like Poloniex, Bittrex as well. And it is possible. People do it. I don't think I've ever done it myself, but it's possible. You're able to do that. Now, if I were to do that myself, I would recommend looking at things like VPNs, okay? Virtual private networks. And basically, let me go ahead and switch screens. Before I do that, I want to just share with you as well. Security side, you always want to look at hardware wallets. Trezor is a great one that I use and own. Ledger is another great one. This is the Ledger Nano S, use and own. Highly recommend using security when you're dealing with your private keys, and as well with your anytime you're logging in, you can actually use that as a two-factor for getting into the internet, getting onto your exchange. Obviously, two-factor is a minimum requirement, and now most exchanges are making you do that, okay? So, make sure and be using two-factor authentication no matter where you're signing in. Now, okay, let me go ahead and swap the screen and just show you the VPN that I use that I've mentioned before. If you haven't been able to see before what I was talking about. This is private internet access, VPN, most trusted VPN. He's got this little green guy. If you look at the bottom of my screen here, you see this little green guy, and it says, that I'm signed in, and this is what I look at for to make sure before I sign into anything is that this little green guy is green, because if he's red or grayed out, then I know it's not signed in yet, and I just won't log in. And in fact, if I leave my window open and it falls asleep and it closes, just to be on the safe side, I close out all my windows and make sure this logs back in. Now, I have used Wi-Fi hotspot from my phone before to use a VPN. I actually have used Wi-Fi when I was not at home in a public area. But I do use this VPN, and I don't want to do that. Just generally, it's not a good idea. And you just don't want to do that. And I don't do that anymore. I did that, months ago, and I'm dealing with a significantly higher amount of money and crypto, so I'm just not going to be doing that anymore. So, highly recommend getting this. Is $3.33 a month. That's a little more than 10 cents a day. So, I mean, it's just an easy, safe way to use the internet and amass your data. That is just worth it, and it pays off. And hopefully, you're not using public Wi-Fi, and hopefully you're not going. There's a lot of different ways that you can look at internet security and trading. Not just the wireless networks, but also going to sketchy websites, or URLs that you don't know, you're not familiar with, or emails. The same thing. I don't even like a lot of stuff. I just delete. I'm just like, I don't know if this is legitimate or not. If the people really want to get a hold of me, they'll email me again, and so don't recommend doing that. So as well, that VPN, I don't get anything from that. I don't have any commissions or anything, but I just use it and I recommend it. Works well. I use it on my Apple desktop. I use it on my laptop, my Windows laptop. No problems there whatsoever. And it's a peace of mind as well. For $3.33 a month, it's a no-brainer. So again, mind the places that you're going to. Stay on your trusted sites, the URLs that you already have plugged in, because if you Google some of the exchanges, there have been noted where they'll pay for ad space to be the first search result. Bittrex was one of those that's done that. I believe Poloniex has been that way as well. So that if you click the top link for Poloniex or Bittrex, it was actually very close in the URL, but it wasn't that exchange, and you would try to sign in, and it would, record your information, not let you do it. And regardless, people were getting scammed that way. So you want to use trusted URLs. You want to use, trusted sites. So bookmarking your sites is very good, and just checking the URL in general. But again, I have traded on the move. I don't like doing it. I'm in a place now that I can go step outside the market and just wait out a few days if I need to, just like I did for Thanksgiving. Because, I can follow the indicators a lot better now, and look at the market a lot better. So, but anyhow, that's my 2 cents. I have done it. I prefer not to have to worry about it, when I'm traveling. But if this is something that you're, checking on every day and you're trading every day, yeah, you absolutely can. And I recommend hardline. Use Ethernet, wherever I can, cable to plug right into my computer, just like now. And, recommend that you do that. So real quick, I'm going to look at the charts here, and hopefully you guys, will stay with me just for a little bit longer. Bitcoin here, we're on the 1. Week's not over. I don't know. I'm not going to say that we're out of the woods as far as looking for a 1 to 4 week pullback. We are having bullish patterns on the daily. There's no doubt about that. We're at all-time highs. But I'm just going to, tell you just to be careful on this. And the reason I, was given the warning on Friday is because, I couldn't trade all weekend. And if you looked here at the daily, this 9 candle was a 11,847 was the high, 10,465 was the low. So you're looking at a $1,400 move that if you played the full, extension of it, you would have been able to sell towards the high and buy back at the low. So you're looking at about $1,000 play that you could have made getting back in before the market moved up and away. Now for me, the daily, I don't look at the ones as being tradable. I just don't like it. It's not enough information for me to know where the trend is going. And so on a 9, I like to pull profit and wait to see if this one reverses to, it's a red candle or a green candle. And then once the 2 trades past the 1, then I see, okay, is the 2 trading above the prior candle? And if so, then that's my signal to get in. You can trade this 1 above this 9 as soon as this 1 trades above the candle, but it hadn't even happened on the 9 yet. So here, you're able to trade. But anyhow, this to me is tradable on this 2 from the 1. And that's, my entry was around 11.6 or so. And then boom, we shot up to 12. What's the high today? 12. 280 on Poloniex and higher and other places. And on the 4 hour, I was going to point out to you guys, Jason, where you're saying, it was looking stale. I was going to tell you, hey, look, we've got this sweet, ascending triangle forming here. This was right before this, and I wasn't even able to get this out before we had a breakout, today, and went to all-time highs. So I was going to tell you it's looking good, bullish signals on the daily, and then boom, we broke out, and you guys saw that. So I'll talk more about this tomorrow possibly, and so that you guys can we can get a little more in depth and talk about some of the other things here in the group chat, because there's a lot, guys. I just can't get to it all. It's getting late. It's 11:17 right now. And like I said, I've been at this for hours trying to get it to go. But anyhow, market cap's over 360 billion. Let me refresh the page real quick. 367 billion. And we started at, let's see, 1 year, January, they were all the way down to 15 billion. Look at that this year. So 14 billion. That's crazy. Oh, that's December. So anyhow, 15 billion was the low for this year. And we're at, 367. That's incredible. So kudos, guys, to those holding a Bitcoin and seeing these profits. Monero had a nice jump today. But, man, I just need to wrap it up. I'm going to keep going, and I need to take care of my other responsibilities. So anyhow, guys, that's it, guys. If you want to email me, you can email me at marco@howtobuycrypto.com. You can fastest way to reach me is Facebook or YouTube, and you can, subscribe there, talk to the guys in the chat. People are responding pretty quick, which is awesome. I love seeing that. So anyhow, guys, hit me up. I will be talking to you soon. God bless you, and I'll talk to you later.